Ever feel like some things sound a little too good to be true?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Like you almost don't want to get your hopes up.
Right.
Well, today we're diving deep into something that definitely falls into that category for a lot of folks. The NACA mortgage program.
For sure.
We're going to figure out what it really is, how it helps people become homeowners, and who benefits the most.
Sounds good.
Oh, and of course, we'll be looking at any potential downsides because, there's always a catch, right?
Right. There's always something.
So to kick things off, let's talk about that big dream a lot of us have, owning a home.
Mm-hmm.
But for so many people, that dream gets crushed by the massive down payment.
It's a huge hurdle for a lot of folks.
So how does NACA change the game?
It completely flips the script.
How so?
Okay, imagine you finally find your dream home.
Okay.
And it's, let's say, $250,000.
Right?
With a typical mortgage, you'd need a 20% down payment,
Which is?
a whopping $50,000 in cash up front.
Whoa, yeah, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, especially for first-time buyers, most people just don't have that kind of cash lying around.
Exactly.
So what NACA does is they just get rid of that barrier entirely. No down payment needed.
Wait, seriously?
Seriously.
No down payment at all?
Nope, it's a total game changer.
I bet that opens up home ownership to so many people who thought it was completely out of reach.
That's the goal.
But I'm guessing it can't be that simple.
Well, there's definitely more to it.
So it's not like they just hand you the keys and say congrats.
Not quite.
So what's their approach?
NACA's whole thing is about empowering people to become successful homeowners, not just giving out loans willy-nilly.
I like that.
They really want to set people up for success in the long run.
Makes sense.
So they look beyond your credit score and take a look at your overall financial picture.
Interesting.
They want to see things like consistent income-responsible spending habits, proof that you're good with money.
So it's more about your financial behavior than just a single number.
Exactly. They're looking at your potential as a homeowner, not just a snapshot of your credit history.
That's really refreshing to hear. It's like they're almost more of a financial coach than a traditional lender.
That's a great way to put it.
So is that where their pre-purchase counseling comes in?
Yes, they provide a ton of guidance and support.
Like what?
Things like budgeting, saving, and really understanding all the ins and outs of homeownership before you even start house hunting.
I bet that makes a huge difference.
It really does. People feel much more prepared and confident going into the process.
I was reading about this person who got denied a mortgage by like 3 different banks.
Oof, that's rough.
Because there was a couple of dings on their credit report. But then they went to NACA, and NACA looked at their entire financial history, saw their consistent savings, their on-time bill payments. They approved them.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
It seems like they're actually willing to give people a chance when other lenders just automatically say no.
Exactly. They recognize that life happens, and a credit score doesn't always tell the whole story.
It's a really important point.
They look for that potential and help you build a solid foundation.
So no down payment and a more holistic approach to assessing your finances, that's already 2 pretty amazing benefits.
And we're not done yet.
Oh, there's more. What else is there?
Well, have you ever heard of private mortgage insurance, or PMI?
Ugh, yeah. Isn't that the extra fee you have to pay when you have a low down payment?
Bingo, and it can add up to a lot of money each month.
I bet.
NACA says no to that, too.
Really? No PMI?
No PMI. They believe in building equity through responsible homeownership, not through extra fees.
Wow, so no down payment, no PMI. This is incredible.
It gets better.
There's more. Okay, I'm on the edge of my seat here.
They also offer below-market interest rates.
Oh, wow.
You know how interest rates can fluctuate like crazy?
Yeah, it's nerve-wracking.
With NACA, you lock in a fixed rate that stays the same no matter what happens in the market.
So your monthly payments are predictable, and you can actually budget properly.
Exactly. No surprises, no stress.
That peace of mind must be priceless for homeowners, especially these days.
Absolutely. It all comes back to NACA's core mission, making homeownership affordable and sustainable for everyone.
All right, so I have to ask the big question now.
Hit me.
This all sounds absolutely amazing, but what's the trade-off? What are the hidden costs or downsides that people need to be aware of?
That's a fair question, and honestly, transparency is key here.
Totally.
There are a few costs involved, but they're tiny compared to traditional mortgages.
Like what?
There's a small membership fee and an annual participation fee, which helps support NACA's work as a nonprofit.
That makes sense.
And remember how we talked about having some savings up front?
Yeah.
That's another important factor.
How much do you need to have saved?
Ideally, you should have the equivalent of 1 to 2 months of mortgage payments saved up.
And why is that?
It shows NACA that you're capable of managing your finances and handling any unexpected expenses that might pop up.
So it's really just another way of ensuring that you're ready for the responsibility of homeownership.
Exactly. They're not trying to cook you. They genuinely want you to succeed.
I appreciate that.
It's all about setting people up for long-term financial well-being.
All right, so to everyone listening out there, if you're dreaming of owning a home, but feel like that down payment is a giant roadblock, NACA could be the answer you've been looking for.
It's a real possibility.
Imagine building equity, putting down roots, and having that sense of stability that comes with owning your own place.
It's a powerful feeling.
And with NACA support, you can feel confident that you're making a responsible decision.
A decision that could change your life.
Absolutely. Now, here's something I want you to think about as you learn more about NACA.
What's that?
What are your personal goals for homeownership?
That's a great question.
What kind of future do you envision for yourself and your family in a home of your own?
Thinking about your goals and values will help you figure out if NACA aligns with your vision.
Exactly. So if this sounds like something you'd be interested in, we highly encourage you to dig a little deeper and see if it's the right path for you.
It's worth exploring, for sure.
All right, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the NACA mortgage program.
See you next time.
Until then.